your person was.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So Craig Trojic, CraigTrojacek. I'm the public information officer for the Fort Worth Fire Department. This morning, about 3:05, we started receiving calls of a house on fire on the 4200 block of McCart Avenue. Crews arrived on scene within 4 minutes. En route to the call, they were made aware over our radio system that there were possibly people trapped inside. When they did show up on scene, they saw heavy fire coming from the front and the side of the house. As they made entry into the house, over that course of time, they pulled out 4 different individuals. So we've got 1 confirmed fatality here on scene. I will say that that's a school-age child. There were 2 more that were taken by care flight. That they were also school-age children. And then we had another school-age child that was taken by ground ambulance. We've got some other folks that are here on scene that were injured, that they're being treated here on scene. And that's kind of the information that I know right now.
I see arson investigators on scene. Can you add anything about why they're here?
Yeah, so the arson investigators are on scene. That's preliminary. That's our policy. Anytime there's a fire that is not obviously known, as an example of that could be a lightning strike or anything like that, arson's always called to the scene so they can figure out if there's anything. Their main priority is to see if there's anything criminal in nature. So again, that's not to say that they're any kind of suspected for this particular scene this morning. That's something typical that arson team of ours is called out to just to do their investigation. So that's normal.
Make sure I understand, you got 4 of the injured and the deceased are all children.
Correct.
Mom and dad treated on scene.
Correct.
You had a bystander also assisting the rescue. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I was told.
So does it appear this is all one family, all one household, siblings?
I don't have that information just yet. All I do know is, like I said, there was 4 children that have been transported, or 1 that's been pronounced deceased, and there are mom and dad that are here on scene.
Was anything that happened, firefighters helping get inside the home when they got here?
Say that one more time.
Was anything that hampered them from getting inside, your firefighters, when they got here? Was there anything blocking their path?
No, so everything that I was told, I talked to the first responding crew. It sounded like I said they saw heavy fire coming out of the front and the side of the home, and they basically just told me they went in there and got to work. There was plenty to do, so they didn't tell me about any obstacles or anything that were getting in. Again, we from dispatch time for our first dispatch units to arrival on scene was under 4 minutes.
The only injured or civilians, were any firefighters injured?
Correct. Yeah. No firefighter injuries that have been reported right now.
The report came from inside the house or from passerby?
Say it again.
The report for the firehouse on fire, do you know where those came from? They were able to call
I don't know if that was from the calling party. It sounded like we had multiple calls, so it could have been from people that were inside the home, or it could have been neighbors, or it could have been people that were driving by. I would think if they knew that there were people that were trapped inside, it was probably closer to individuals that either lived in that home or that were neighbors close by.
911 calls are coming from multiple
Correct.
areas.
And it looks like the fire's out, but I still see firefighters taking ladders inside. What's going on right now?
Yeah, so anytime the fire's been placed under control, like I said, anytime there is an investigation going on, our crews are still going in and out. They've got to move the debris to get out for our investigators to kind of really get in there and figure out where the fire started, what possibly started the fire. They're still going through. We've had a primary and secondary search, so we're confident at this point in time that everybody has been found and transported or found. We're not planning on finding anybody else in that home after talking with individuals here on scene. So we'll be here for quite some time. Like I said, our investigators are going to go in there and do what they do. We'll keep crews on scene. We try to not just drench the house with water until that investigation is complete, because we don't want to wash away any type of cause or anything like that.
So a total of 6 people were inside: mom, dad, and the 4 children.
So I don't have the confirmation on total of number that were inside. Like I said, there's still some. We're trying to figure out with people that were passing by, people that are still here on scene that are getting treated. So to the best of my knowledge, yes, 6 individuals in the house, but I have not 100% clarification on that just yet.
And were mom and dad among those that had to be helped out, or were they outside when firefighters arrived?
I don't have that information right now either.
How about the gender of the victim?
I don't have that clear stuff, a good number on that either right now. I'm sorry.
Is there anything you want to add on just, I know this is a difficult fire given the children were involved.
Sure. Yeah, this is a tough scene this morning. I mean, you know, we make fires quite a bit here in the city. And, you know, anytime you've got any type of fatality involved, it's hard for our folks. They second guess themselves. They try to wonder what they could have done better, what they may have done differently. But anytime you hear of a kid, it takes it to a whole nother level. We're dads, we're moms. It hits us tough. And then you talk about multiple kids on that. So it's just going to be a long morning. We do have mental health through our chaplains and through our teams. We've got resources and stuff for that. I'm sure they will be. I know they will be in contact with all the crews that showed up here this morning. We had multiple units here. We had to have extra companies arrive. We've got the scene itself to where we're trying to combat the fire and put the fire out. We've got rescues and stuff that are being made. Like I said, I was told two of those folks were rescued out of that home that were transported. And then so you've got all the EMS for multiple patients as well. So and then you've got crews that have to come in to set up the landing zone and everything for CareFlight. So you see a lot of flashing lights around here this morning. There's lots of, I'd say probably at least 50 to 60 of our firefighters and EMS folks here on scene. Like I said, that's once we realize there's people trapped and we've got multiple patients, we start calling in resources to make sure that we've got enough folks here to do all the different tasks and stuff that are on our list to check off and make sure we're as efficient as we can be and make sure we get that treatment to those individuals as quickly as possible, as we're also trying to put the fire out and make sure that we've got everybody out of the home. So a lot of our crews and apparatus on scene this morning, and it's going to be a long day here in Fort Worth.
Those victims that were treated here on scene, did they self-evacuate from the home, or did the firefighters have to get them out?
So there were 2 that I was told that we rescued and pulled actually out of the home. From my understanding, some of the notes were coming in. Some of the individuals were outside on our arrival. Some of them we went inside and got and brought out. But I don't have clear numbers on how many were outside, how many we actually pulled from the fire. I was told 2 were pulled from the fire from our firefighters.